Today, on the Vince Everett Ellison Show, Donald Trump is going to take care and protect the Christians in Nigeria. The Democrats tried to kill them all, and Donald Trump says, no, not my people. Keep your hands off of them. And we're going to talk about how Donald Trump is defending the Christians in Nigeria today on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. This thing started. Yeah, there's a big difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And one of the biggest differences is this. Joe Biden told the African nations that if you don't believe in climate change, you don't believe in LGBTQ and let men marry men and boys marry and get castrate little boys and call them little girls and cut out the breasts of little girls and call them little boys. Yeah, if y'all don't believe in all that foolishness, aborting babies up to the 9th month, we're going to starve you out. We're going to let you die. Anti-Christian values is what Joe Biden and the Democrats was pushing all over the world. And then you got Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has come out and he's told the country of Nigeria, we hear that you are allowing Islamic terrorists to kill and murder Christians in your nation, a Christian genocide. If you don't stop it, we're going to come in with both guns blazing. And we're going to stop it. And we're going to kill all those terrorists ourselves.
The Nigerian offering was briefly delayed after U.S. President Donald Trump threatened U.S. military action against Islamist militants in the country for what he claimed was the Nigerian government's failure to prevent systematic killings of Christians. In a new video on Truth Social, the president says the U.S. will stop all aid to Nigeria.
We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns are blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet.
See the difference? Do you see the difference? Now, first of all, let's get something straight. A lot of people out there, and I'm not mad at you, okay? I'm not trying to chastise you. In the comments, they think I'm a preacher. I try to cuss to let you know that I'm not one. But still people, that shows you how they feel about preachers. I am not a minister of the gospel. If anything, I'm just a lay minister like the great C.S. Lewis was. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody, and that's Jesus Christ. We are all supposed to evangelize, and I'm doing my part to try to bring people back to Christ. I know most of y'all don't mean no harm by calling me a black preacher, but that is not a flex when it comes to Vince Everett Ellison. Believe me when I tell you. I hold the most black preachers in utter contempt. There are some good ones out there. My son-in-law is a good one. Timothy Long's a good black preacher. My good friend John Almachukwa, good black preacher. Anton Williams, good black preacher down in Memphis, Tennessee. Bishop Wooden, good friend, good preacher. But the vast majority of them jokers are horrible. And I ain't talking about just a little bit horrible. I mean like at the bottom of the barrel horrible. My daddy told me years ago when I started getting involved in politics, he said, boy, you trust a bootlegger before you trust a black preacher. They're the worst people in America. And Daddy told the truth. There's a sliding scale of depravity in America. All right? You got from the bottom up, second from the bottom of the worst in American society. Well, third from the bottom is the rappers and the hip-hop artists, okay? Thugs, hoes, and rappers. They like number 3. Then you go down and you got the murderers tied with, the rapist. They number 2. And tied for the number 1 worst folk in America are the child molesters and the black preachers. That's right, they tired. Because you know what? Hardly any black preachers came out and went to the White House and told Donald Trump, hey, Mr. President, they're killing black Christians in Nigeria. You know who did it? White evangelicals. Yeah, the very ones you say don't like black people. They ain't killing no white Christians in Nigeria. Now, why didn't a bunch of black evangelicals go up to the White House and knock on Donald Trump's door and say, Mr. President, yeah, they're killing black Christians in Nigeria. You need to put a stop to this. You know why? Because they don't care. Them no good sorry suckers sat back and they said a word about it. They've been up there hollering about LGBTQ and killing babies through abortion. Well, Boko Haram is going through Nigeria doing a Christian genocide. The black lowdown, oh boy. Cool down, Vince. Ain't said a word. Took the white evangelicals to go to Ted Cruz, who's another evangelical. Ted Cruz and Donald Trump said, what? Oh, hell no. And he called the president of Nigeria. Told him, you're going to stop this. You're going to make sure these Christians are safe, or we're going to pull back all our aid first, and we're going to come in and we're going to kill all them damn terrorists. Either you kill them or we're going to kill them. But they're going to leave these Christians alone.
If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians.
Black Christians, not even Americans. And yet, you jokers got enough nerve to walk around here talking about Donald Trump a racist. Donald Trump. If Donald Trump was a racist and they would have walked in and say, Mr. President, yeah, they killing black Christians in Nigeria. You say, and? That's what he would have said. How's that my problem? They're not killing them in Britain, are they? Are they killing them in Switzerland? No, they're killing them in Nigeria. We're going to put a stop to it. Even if I send our troops in to do it, we're going to do it. And you know what? He got their attention. Oh, they're working on it now. So what America will do, y'all, they'll either send in the troops or they'll send in the CIA, and the CIA will get all the information and tell the government of Nigeria where these guys are hiding, where their headquarters. You know, we'll put in drones, satellite imagery, all that, and then we're going to say, go get them. And if they start heeing and hawing, the Americans are going to say, we believe that you're part of this. And if we find out you're part of this and you allow this genocide to happen, we're going to remove you. And we're not going to do it in a friendly way. Protect the Christians or die. I want to have a friend like that. So I want to thank Senator Ted Cruz. I want to thank President Trump for doing this. And there's a story in the Washington Post says, Trump's gun-a-blazing threat to Nigeria shocked key players and aides. President Trump's threat to go guns blazing into Nigeria concerned U.S. military officials in Africa and surprised even those who had been pushing the issue. So I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. It says, Dakar, Senegal. President Donald Trump's threat to go guns blazing into Africa, Africa's most populous country, was a result of a months-long pressure campaign on behalf of Nigerian Christians by Senator Ted Cruz and American evangelical leaders, but it surprised even those who have been pushing the issue. It reached its crescendo November 1st, when Trump threatened in a post on Truth Social to take military action against Nigeria and cut off all aid to its government, which he said was allowing our cherished Christians, to be killed by Islamic terrorists. He said he was instructing the military to prepare. The threat caught many off guard and generated immediate concerns within the United States Africa Command, it's called AFRICOM, which directs American military operations across the continent. Yeah, get prepared. Of those familiar said the AFRICOM also communicated that striking a region with U.S. presence and intelligence was unlikely to make a difference. Oh, it'll make a difference, all right. We're not going to do it halfway. We're in the United States of America. We'll find you, and we'll eliminate you. Now, how does this come about, y'all? You know, the Biden administration, them dirty suckers, man. They just, these weirdos, these liberal weirdos took over the Biden administration. I mean, it's like you let an insane asylum take over the White House. You know, it's like you go to Bellevue Hospital up inside of New York where all the crazy people live, and you give them the key to the federal government. And that's what Joe Biden and his crew did. And these jokers had men in dresses walking around, men with bald heads and high heels and mustaches, and guys that said they were women. Women said they were guys, killing babies up to the 9th month, doing sex change operations on children. They were crazy. Them suckers made the Nazis look sane. And the media would take all of this stuff and they would say that cutting off a child's genitalia was compassion. Now, taking him to church was terrible, okay? You can't supposed to take him to church. But if you take him and you mutilate him, cut off his body parts, that's compassion. And you had enough stupid folks in America saying, well, yeah, that's right. And this cabal of perverts, I mean, this pervert circus, took the American government and started using it to press these nefarious ideas all over the world. And they even started a war between Ukraine and Russia by doing this stuff. Just pushing this stuff further and further east to Vladimir Putin and Viktor Orban and a lot of other people say, you ain't going no further with this. You look at America right now, and it is dying as a nation. Why? Because you destroyed Christianity in it. Christianity is life. It is life. It tells you how to live. It is the owner's manual to how God made the human body and the human psyche. There's no flaw in it. The minister is supposed to tell people about this miracle called the Bible. This is how you're supposed to live. And if you do it, even even statistics show, the American Enterprise Institute says 3 things. Get married before you have children, graduate high school, work full time. You'll never be poor. It's basic Christianity. There it is. Man don't work, you don't eat. Thou shalt not commit adultery, fornication, all of that. Educate yourself. And when you say educate yourself, what it means, educate yourself, not just in ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, but also in the knowledge of God. And live a beautiful life. Not these Democrats. No, climate change is your God. Get down with the get down, go out there, HIV, PrEP, condoms, birth control, and the more they give it, the more they screw up. Promiscuity, insanity. And then they pushed it all over the world, and the African countries pushed back. So Joe Biden and them said they were going to cut them off. And when they cut them off, Boko Haram went around and started killing Christians. And now the very person that you say is the racist, is the one going over to Africa to defend black people and black Christians. I mean, can't you guys, look, I tell you what y'all do. Find another argument, okay? The whole racist argument is just a lie. Why don't you people just say that you just want to live this crazy anti-Christian life where you believe that virtue and self-control and the fruit of the Spirit is something you just don't believe in. You want to homemonger, you want to lie, you want to fight, and you want to not be held accountable for anything you do, and you want free stuff. So you vote for these Democrats that give it to you. So we're going to watch this thing in Nigeria, y'all. We're going to see what's going on with it. And I'm going to tell you something. Donald Trump said he want to send somebody in there to kill some of those terrorists, those Boko Haram guys. Man, who knows? I might ask him if, can he just sign me up to just go on one mission? Because I can't stand that. They be kidnapping those little girls over there. They go in these schools, these girls' schools, and just grab these girls and take them off, and they kidnap folks, and they cutting people's heads off, and they burning up houses, and they going into villages and just killing people. And not one black preacher that I know of, I'm not going to say that not one. There are some evangelical black preachers out there that were probably involved in this. I want to find out who they are so I can give them some applause. I hope there was some, man. I'd be really ashamed if it wasn't any. So probably one or two. And I'll find out who they are. And if they do, I'll applaud them. I'll call their names. They're good brothers for bringing this to the attention of the president. I know that the majority of the evangelical movement is basically white. I know that for sure. There's some black people in it. But these are white evangelical Christians going over there saying, take care of our Christian brothers and sisters, because what we believe is this: there's no color when it comes to Christianity. If you're a Christian, you're my brother. You're my sister. We sharpen each other. We take care of each other. We love one another. And we're also trying to save the rest of y'all. Even if you don't want to be saved, we're out there trying to do it. And we're going to try to take care of each other all over the world. And I'm going to keep bringing you this news because I'm here to wake you up. I hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got T-shirts, we got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new T-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the T-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.